All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Smith, his first carry, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Saunders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first down carry for Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
Right, and rode him right out of bounds.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go now. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, a better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. His throw incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether there's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the center of the field, but it's in. Complete.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here, and that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Man, it's a tough area in the field to try and run a draw play out of the gun. You know you're going to face a good push up front, and here they swallow him up for no gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
All right, here we go.
Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They're going to look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Listen, there's something that there will be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Takk McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're starting to put some space here. You know, the 1st quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This 2nd quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done with
nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. First and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Aaron. Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. Oh, look at that. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dewan Smoot in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, now, look at 56.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins past him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground. At the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the defender. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Smith. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Oh, nice move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stepping in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now they try the right side here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's a give to Smith. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. A handoff to Smith. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. The pitch goes to Smith. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They go back to the ground with Smith, and he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
And the rookie's going to learn as he goes. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll toss it to Smith. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to